the message is constantly getting out there. That's my hopes. Is like, you're going to just keep hearing it from me and I'm not going to stop. Like, yeah, I'm not going to stop until you're vegan.
Yeah.
Or I die. Nothing I say is untrue. Everything I'm saying is accurate.
Yeah.
If that annoys you, you're just being annoyed by like an actual fact.
Welcome to Humane Experience. I'm Haley.
I'm Kylie.
And this is part 2 of our epic interview that we did with Vegan of Anarchy.
We hope you liked it so far. Imagine that you did, and that's why you're back.
I cannot wait for you to see everything that Vegan of Anarchy has to say and all the different topics that we go into in this episode. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Without further ado.
One of those things that was like always said that I'm always also trying to fight against was when the trolls are like, all vegans are like frail, skinny, malnourished. And then I'm like, are you even looking at who you're talking to right now? Because if you opened my Instagram page, you would see like that is not the case for me. And so I always like to post like funny things back. Like, I am not skinny. I have been a skinny vegan. I've also been a very obese vegan. And now I'm just like in between. I'm like a mid right now.
Yeah. I like see your bikini videos in America. Like, who's this skinny weak vegan with all these curves? Like,
who are you talking to right
go,
now?
Girl.
And now there's been a weird flip of like, now I'm getting all these comments of like, oh yeah, there's tons of chunky vegans. It's because they're all eating carbs. And so I'm like, okay, well, at least we're moving the argument away, but there's no winning. Like, because I've been like every size, and I'm like, you had something to say at whatever size I am, so it doesn't matter what size I am, you're gonna have something negative
I had
to say.
someone tell me, like, I had a friend who went vegan, and he's obese now. And, like, he got so fat while he was vegan. And I'm like, okay, sucks for him. Like, vegans are smaller on average. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It's always these anecdotes.
Yeah,
But then we're not allowed to do that about non-vegans and their weight. Because you shouldn't be commenting on people's weight anyway.
No, There's never really a need to.
Like, what's pissing me off right now is, like, all the stuff about, like, you know, Ariana Grande and Cynthia, because they're plant-based. And, like, have you noticed that, like, you'll see them in the movie and whatever, and, like, yeah, they're smaller, but, like, they look pretty normal. But then, like, you'll see the pictures of them, like, where people are like, oh my god, they look so small, and it looks like they're, like, upping the contrast or something, and, like, editing the picture. Like, my mom was pointing that out to me, and she's like, I know that's not the case for everything, whatever. And I was like, you know what, though? I was like, I've noticed, like, a very distinct difference between, like, seeing them in the movie and then seeing them in the pictures where people are saying that about them.
Yeah.
I'm like, they may be smaller, but, like, the emphasis on, like literally, you could up the contrast, and it's gonna, like, up the shadows, and it's gonna make them look even smaller.
Yeah,
like,
and it's like
some of those videos were straight up, or some of those pictures of Ariana were edited.
Oh,
like,
straight up.
It looked like a skeleton. I was getting worried about her. I was like, maybe she is, like, sick or something. But then, like you said, you see her in an interview or something, she looks fine. She's just slim, you know?
Yeah, and it's happening to, like, a ton of celebrities. I think it's just that phase of what body type is in style. And a lot of the celebrities are getting, like, so tiny. And I'm like, well, they're just because they're plant-based, like, they're looking like the other celebrities who are also, like, getting tinier.
Right, they're still gonna follow the trend.
Yeah, and it's just like, point. Of course they're being pointed out more because how they eat.
Oh yeah, and like I'm like with me, like I've literally been the same size since I was like 14 years old, and the amount of diets I've gone through since then, and then, you know, being plant-based as a vegan, I'm like, I have stayed within like 10 pounds my entire like adult life, and so I'm like, it's not my diet.
Yeah, you're like, this is how I've always looked.
Yeah, like being healthy and feeling healthy is like the most important thing, and that's gonna be different. And especially like as women, our bodies fluctuate based on our cycles and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's important to recognize too. Like our hormones affect us so much. So
they do, and even as like we age, like our bodies are totally gonna change. Like, they're going to be, so completely different. How I looked in my early 20s is not how I now look in my early 30s. Like, and then even as a vegan, like, there was a time where I was eating really healthy and I was working out a lot, and so I got really small, and then I stopped doing those things, and then I got really big, and then now I just kind of eat whatever, and I move in ways that feel good, which isn't, I don't do a lot, I just like walk dogs usually, and now I'm just like right in the middle, and it's like, it's always gonna be different, and it's gonna be different next year depending on how I feel, or the year after, or whatever, and like,
that's healthy.
I
don't think we should be so restrictive with our food that we're like not enjoying ourselves, you know, like there's a balance between it. There's a balance with like exercising, like just do what feels good and don't harm others in the process.
Yeah. If you want to be one of those like massive like vegan bodybuilders, more power to you. Like do that.
It's possible.
It's so possible. It's like you guys, you can look however you want as a vegan. Like that's great.
We just need to realize healthy looks different for everyone, and for some people being really slim might be healthy, and then for some people being that slim wouldn't be healthy for them, and so it's important, like you said, I try to just like eat what I want and stay active, because when you try so hard to restrict, limit, push yourself, you're gonna swing the other direction, and that's probably why you gained all that weight, I'm assuming, because your body was tired of everything you're putting it through.
It was so tired, because that's when, and I am still like a really big true believer in like a high carb, low fat diet. That's something I've studied for a long time. I'm like, that scientifically sounds like it is the healthiest.
That's what like all the experts say, like Dr. Greger and Neil Bernard. And just like many doctors. Well, all the vegan doctors, the science tends to
and
go that way.
One controversial guy, but like Durian Ryder, that's his thing, or like Freely the Banana Girl, like that's their thing. Love her. And so it's like, I do truly believe like eating that way is the healthiest.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm currently doing. And it's not, and it's just because it's like, I want to eat vegan cheeseburgers. And that's not healthy, but I'm not saying it's healthy. It's just like, no, that's just kind of what I want to eat. Like, I want to go eat Taco Bell
yourself, or like, just like try to do better.
Like, this is just what I'm doing. I don't tell anyone else this is what they should do. It's just like, this is what I want to do right now. Life is short, so
you know, I think having a healthy relationship with food can be really important.
It's huge.
And going vegan helped me a lot with that, because when you're not feeling guilty about what's on your plate, like, oh my gosh, this didn't hurt anyone. And, you know, obviously there's going to be food like, oh, this may hurt my stomach a little bit, but, like, plant-based, the most unhealthy plant-based food never hurts my stomach as much as even the healthiest animal-based food.
Yes.
Like, I always had stomach aches growing up. Always. And I was like, I just thought that was normal. And now I'm like, I don't even remember the last time I got a stomach ache. Like,
I was like always bloated, always had a horrible stomach ache, just from like childhood. Like as far back as I can remember, just the worst stomach problems. And I was just like, I think this is just my life. Yeah. Like my dad had Crohn's, so I thought that's probably the progression that I was headed towards. Just like, and then his dad has colitis, so it's like a family thing. So I was like, I'm probably just on that track. And when I became vegan, my stomach, it did take a few months for my stomach to transition to like eating so many plants. I was in a lot of pain actually, because my stomach was so wrecked from how poorly I was eating as a non-vegan. That it took a few months of my stomach like figuring out fiber and fruit and everything. And then once it got through those first few months of just like not feeling good, I basically almost never have a stomach problem. Which is incredible.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of people forget, that you, like, when you're changing like your diet that much, people forget that there's like a phase where your body's gonna have to get used to it. And if you weren't eating a lot of fiber before, and all of a sudden you're eating a lot of fiber, all that stuff from when you weren't is gonna be pushed out, and you're gonna be like, oh no, like, this is a problem. But it's not. That is fixing the problem.
It totally felt
and
that way.
And your microbiome needs to adjust, because all the bacteria in your gut have been used to eating certain foods for so long and having certain things there. And I think it's good and important that you share that it was a tough transition for you.
It was.
Because people need to hear that, and it's different for everyone. I think for me, I was eating a lot of fiber already before I went vegan.
Yeah,
like,
so good.
I ate a lot of things that were kind of plant-based already. And so, and I was like pretty young too. And so the transition wasn't hard for me. But I think it is for a lot of people, and especially if you don't have fiber. And then so many people will try, and then they won't feel good right away, or they might have like stomach problems or a hard time digesting everything, get bloated, and be like, vegans are bloated and gassy.
Yeah, no, that's so true. Because like my partner, he before he was vegan, he like didn't really like cheese, and I'm just like, all right, lucky you. You didn't like cheese. I loved cheese. I ate so much of it. And he like wasn't into a lot of different types of meats. He was like pretty picky because he like found them gross. He was like way smarter than I was. And so for him, the transition too was like he didn't have, you know, health things happen when he became vegan. But like for me, I was already like my stomach was already wrecked from not being vegan. And so doing all the fiber and everything, yeah, it was tough, but I knew like, oh, I'm vegan for the animals. I'm not doing this as like just a random diet. Because if it was just a random diet, I would have given up. I would have actually been like, you know what? I can't feel like this right now. I have to go to work. But I was like, you know, I'm just gonna push through because everything I was reading online was like, it's gonna be fine. And I was like, okay. And it was. I think maybe it was around 3 months of just like it not sitting well, but then after that, now it's been like almost 8 years, and I was like, I've never have stomach aches anymore. It's kind of incredible.
It is when that was your everyday life, because I'm like,
oh yeah,
I remember that, but now I forget what that feels like, and I'm like, oh, I feel blessed. I forget that.
Yeah, just when it's your daily, like that's how you always feel. And and you think, oh, I guess this will be my life.
I
terrible.
Didn't get stomach aches, but one thing that I thought was normal was like having to like push and squeeze to get your poop out on the toilet.
Oh man, yeah, like, but actually, just or like I was always constipated.
Yeah,
always. Like I would only poop maybe a few times a week.
And you're like, oh, that's normal. And now you're like, no, that's not.
It's not normal. It's weird if I don't poop in a day.
Like, I know,
I'm
you're
at
like,
least
am I okay?
Like,
I need to go drink some more water.
Like I ate too much Burger King, I guess. Like, oh no.
Yeah. Well, I used to think it was just normal to like sometimes go a day or two without pooping, and then it's like, oh, that's actually really bad for you. It's like really unhealthy because you're eating 3 times a day. Like you should be pooping at least a couple times or once a day. Like
yeah, it's just all sitting in there, and you're like, I guess this is it.
Right. And then meat eaters wonder why their poop stinks and their fart. I'm not saying like, oh, my poop never stinks, but like it's a lot better as a vegan, I will say.
No, I've walked into someone's bathroom like that wasn't vegan, and like you can smell it if they just went, even if they spray, and you're like, oh my god, like is there some like I need to go outside
to be evacuated for like a day and a night, like
this is gonna sound so bad, but my partner and I, we used to work together, and that's how we met, and he's the one that turned me vegan. And so we had all these non-vegan coworkers, and it was one of those bathrooms that it was just like a one stall, so like everyone used it, and he would come out and he'd be like, well, so-and-so ate a dead bird today, and I was like, I cannot. The fact that you can smell that, and that's just horrifying.
Yeah.
Like that is, there's so many levels to that of like, wow, we're really eating a dead individual and then pooping them out.
When someone...
And then wondering why it stinks when you had like a rotting corpse. Because it also takes meat like days to actually digest or like go through your body.
Bad. Like, it's like a horror movie.
I can smell if someone eats the same kind of animal like enough, their sweat will like permeate the area around them. I had like a manager that I worked for that would smell like turkey sandwiches every day.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, this man smells like a dead turkey with bread.
That's so sad. That is just like, I can't.
Like before you said that, even I was thinking about a coworker I had who would like, he would eat I don't want to say ground beef, because, like, it's not beef. You eat
Yeah.
ground up cow every day for lunch. And first of all, the break room would stink because he'd microwave it. But he actually started to smell like it, like, after he started meal prepping like that. Like, I'd be standing too close to him, and it wasn't even his breath, like, it was just, like, his body itself. I was
It
like,
does not matter how much, like, deodorant or, like, like, cologne, whatever you put on. Like, non-vegans stink. They just do. And I'm not saying vegans don't stink. Like, I'm sure, like, we have our smells too. But, like, if I sweat, like, I'm gonna, the worst thing I'll smell like is, like, onions. I cut up onions at work. And, like, I'll literally smell, like, onions on my armpits. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting a close-up.
He's like, I'm not getting enough attention because I didn't have a chair to sit on.
He's like,
I feel like people's feelings are gonna be hurt by this part. They're gonna be like, are vegans saying I stink?
Yes, we are saying that. You do.
You're lucky we don't say it more because it's actually offensive.
Yeah, it's like, I might not say it to your face, but just so you know, I know.
I've been thinking it all the
always
time.
think this.
No, I don't notice it with everybody, to be honest. But, like, if you're in close proximity with someone enough, like, coworkers and stuff, like, you will start smelling that stuff. Like,
totally.
Or just someone who, like, just kind of stinks in general. Like, it's like you can smell the animals that they're eating. And then, like, you walk into someone's kitchen, you can smell the animal that they cooked recently. I'm like, oh, someone cooked a pig in here. Yeah, and people think it's surprising that I can tell. And I'm like...
Like, no, we can tell.
It's gross. It doesn't... Like, it used to smell like food to me now. Or it used to. And then, like, now it just smells like death and shit. Like,
it does.
It smells like rotting. It's so gross.
A lot of people smell like shit to me too, and it didn't start to happen until after, like, being vegan for a few years, but I think it might be that they're constipated, honestly, like,
and it's
just
like
full
coming
of, they're
out.
literally just full of shit. It's usually older people, like,
yeah.
It sounds messed up, but it's like, I want to talk about it because I always wonder, like, what is going on? Does anyone else, like, notice that people smell like actual crap?
I'm glad it's not just me.
No, because it's like, I think their body's, like, getting rid of those toxins out of their armpits and out of their sweat glands, and it's like, yeah, I can smell what's coming out of you. And like you said, it could be vegetables too. Like, it could be our onions that we're smelling, or garlic, or fruit, or whatever. It's like, the whole, like, you are what you eat. It's like literally coming out of you, and you're turning into that item or whatever it is. It's scary.
I'd rather smell like onions than like a rotting dead body.
Yeah, it's like, yes, absolutely. No, it's so true.
That's the worst thing I can smell like.
Like, I'll smell like an onion, it's fine. Like, it's fine.
Yeah. So, speaking of pissing people off, you do piss a lot of people off with your Instagram posts.
I do.
Have you ever had an interaction that went well, like where someone responded? I'm sure you had more than one, but is there anything that sticks out where someone says you really got through to them, or they said they were going to change?
So there's been a few times, just like with trolls or just with people who are arguing against me, who they do then say, like, oh, I said something wrong, like, I wasn't right. Because I remember there was one where, like, I think it was a video of, like, a fig, and the person said, like, something about scurvy, and I was like, no, it's actually, you get scurvy if you don't eat fruit. Like, what are you talking about? And then he was like,
if I eat this fruit, I'm gonna get scurvy.
Yeah, and he was like, oh. And then he was like, oh, you're right. And then all these other vegans were like telling him he was wrong. He's like, guys, I'm sorry, you're right. And so there's like been little things like that. No, it's funny how I actually don't know. There's no one that has come to me and said, like, I am now going to be vegan because of whatever you said. So I could be doing everything wrong, but like, there's no one that's actually like messaged me in a kind way that isn't already vegan. I think mostly a lot of my content makes other vegans laugh and like connects other vegans, and then it kind of pulls out a lot of trolls. But I'm hoping like sometimes I'll like stay having a conversation with a troll because there might be a non-vegan who is not a troll, who's going to read that conversation and actually see who is the logical one. And they might actually be open-minded enough to go like, oh, okay, like that troll is making no sense, but the vegan is making sense. So that's why I'll like keep conversations going longer than they need to a lot of the times. But yeah, no, I don't know if I've changed anyone's minds. I get jealous of that when I see like other people posting like, oh, I got all these messages, I got through to these people, and I'm like, oh well, I don't know if I am, maybe, but at least like the message is constantly getting out there. That's my hopes, is like, you're gonna just keep hearing it from me and I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm not gonna stop until you're vegan.
Yeah.
Or I die. Like, I don't know. Like, it's one or the other's gonna happen here.
Oh no, what if you annoy somebody?
I know. I'm just like, I annoy a ton of people. And I'm like, I don't care, because nothing I say is untrue.
Right.
And so that's what feels really good, is like, everything I'm saying is accurate.
Yeah.
If that annoys you, you're just being annoyed by like an actual fact, or like what's happened, like what you're a part of. Like,
I think people are mad that you're so logical, because everyone loves to frame vegans as being so emotional, and that's why we're vegan. It's like, oh, they just can't handle seeing the animals cry. It's like, no, we just use logic.
We're just using logic. I also can't handle seeing the animals cry too. Like, I actually can't even watch the footage of like animals being farmed and killed. Like, I've never watched any of the big documentaries because I physically cannot. I think I would pass out.
If you're vegan, that's fine. If you're not vegan, you have to watch it, and if you don't, it pisses me off. There's people then like that. Like my mom, she will not. Like, she would never watch that. Exactly. She never will. But like.
And that's because they know it's bad. They know, like, that's, and I knew it was always bad. That's why I didn't watch it. Like, I knew it was bad. Like, that is wrong. I can't even physically see this. There's been a few little clips, like, when Instagram, someone posts, like, a smaller clip that actually gets into the algorithm that doesn't get banned. There's some that I have, like, just made myself watch. I don't think that's probably healthy, but, like, I'm just like, all right, you're gonna watch this. And sometimes I've reposted those, but not super often, because it is traumatizing. It's horrendous to see, and I do think people need to see it.
And I don't think it always has to be slaughter footage either. Like, even just showing like the conditions inside of the farms is already pretty traumatizing to people. So and that's when I'll have like my whole mental breakdown, like in my bed, like watching these, just like. And I think that's another reason why I try to post like more goofy content or just straightforward factuals, because I am like a highly emotional person, and either people are going to watch me just like cry 24/7 online, or I have to like pivot and go the opposite, like logic, just bring down the logic, critical thinking constantly. Because the other flip side is like, I will just be depressed, crying, emotional outbursts, like the people do in response to my content. It's like, I know you're having that response at me. I am you. Like, I was you, and now I understand why this is like a hard thing. Why did you become vegan, and how did that happen?
So in 2017, I had moved up to Washington State from the Bay Area. And I started a new job up there. And at this new job was this guy who was training me. We were photographing products for a website, and he was training me how to do it. We were getting along so well. He was so easy to talk to. He was like a really good teacher on how to do this job. And so I just felt really comfortable around him. And it was kind of, the work was like in one of those warehouse parks where like you're working in a warehouse, but there's also some restaurants like sprinkled around. And there was this burger place, and my favorite, I've said burgers a lot tonight because I love them. I love burgers, and that hasn't changed. And so there was this burger place, and he and I were working, and I was like, hey, is that place any good? Like, I think I'm gonna go there for lunch. And he just like looked at me and was like, do you eat dead animals? And I was like,
That is a good question.
I was like, I don't even think he said dead. I think he just said, like, do you eat animals? And it just, like, was this thing I had never considered, I had never heard, and it just, like, shocked me. And I was just like, yes, do you? And he didn't answer, and then he just went into this thing of how that place is gross and I don't want to eat there. I was like, oh, okay. And so then I was like, what the heck is going on
do
here?
I even have to answer that? Like, why would I eat animals? I love that he just took the approach, like, I'm the normal one, you're the weird one.
Not the normal one. And
I
so
love that.
as we kept working together, I learned that he was vegan and that one of our other coworkers was vegan. And so they, like, connected on that point, and they would just, like, talk pretty candidly with each other in the workplace just about veganism, and that was really cool. So I was just around, like, a lot of us. I mean, there was only, I think, 10 of us that worked in the whole place, and it was really spread out. But I would be around just hearing them talk, and I would just, like, be doing my work, but I'd be listening because I thought they were both really cool people. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Like, I obviously have heard of vegans and vegetarians, but anytime I had asked, like, a vegan why they were vegan, it was for, like, a health reason. Mm-hmm. No one had ever told me for the animals or in what actual veganism is. They were, I think, just all plant-based people. So I had never, like, considered what it actually meant.
So you're like, oh, weird diet.
Yeah,
okay, I'm good.
Weird diet, like, that's fine if you guys want to do that, I guess. But they were actually talking about real things. And I was like, well, they seem normal and cool and they're vegan. That's interesting. So then I started kind of, like, secretly copying their lunches. Like, I'd, like, see what they would bring. I was like, all right, let's try these meals out. And so I would do that. And our boss would take us all to lunch on Fridays. And so wherever they would take us, I just, like, started seeing what they would order. And I'd be like, oh, all right, I'll get one of those too. Cool. And everything was good. I was like, okay, I enjoy this food. And I didn't want to tell them what I was doing because I didn't want to put pressure, like, on myself. Because at that point I was like, I'll be vegetarian. Like, I'm not going to give up cheese. I'm not going to do that. But then finally one day I told them, I was like, guys, I'm going to be vegetarian. And they were like, wow, that's great. Like, being, nice and supportive about it. And then I think I asked something dumb immediately after that. Like, do you guys eat fish? And,
That's always the question.
And they were like, no, fish are friends. And I was like, okay. Yeah, okay. And then, so when I was like, okay, I'm vegetarian now, and then I was really hung up on protein. And because at that point I had started boxing, and I was like, okay, I obviously need protein. That's what I thought. How do I get this now that I'm not eating McDonald's before my boxing?
That's where I'm getting my protein.
Right? Like, that's logical. And so the guy at work was like, well, this is a vegan protein powder. You can, try this brand. And so I did. And then from there, I was like, okay, I need to figure out how to feel good working out, just how to feel good at day to day. Because I still had that mindset of, like, if I don't eat animals anymore, I'm going to pass out, or I need to, like, have as much protein as possible. And then I just started researching how to eat. And from there, those podcasts and everything led me to other podcasts. And then I listened to one about, like, dairy farms, and I was like, wait a second, I can't just be a vegetarian. Like, I didn't understand the concept of, like, not exploiting animals. I just thought as long as I wasn't hurting them anymore, and I thought dairy didn't hurt animals.
I know, I thought the same thing when I was vegetarian.
I was like, this is fine. And then I was like, oh no, dairy does hurt animals, and that is still using animals. And so then, like, a few months after becoming vegetarian, I became vegan, and things clicked. It did start as more of, like, I'm watching cool people do this. I kind of want to be like them. And then it went into, like, how can I do this for health? And then it went into, like, oh no, this is for the animals. And it kind of was like a rapid thing. So I became, like, vegetarian in March of 2018. But by September is when I was, like, vegan. So yeah. And then I started dating that guy, and that's who my partner is today.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
So how long has he been vegan?
He's been vegan. So when we met, I think it had already been around maybe 4 or 5 years. So it's over 10. He is so bad with time. You can ask him about any timeline and he's like, I don't know.
I was gonna say, I think when I met him, it was around 10 years. So.
Yeah. So it's over, I think it's over 10 because it's been 7 for me. And so, yeah. It's just so crazy.
Yeah. People think, oh, you can maybe be vegan for a year, 2 years.
And then you die of protein
And then you die.
I know. I'm like, not only have I been vegan for 5.5 years, I have a child who goes to the doctor regularly, you know, and they're like, oh my gosh, she's so healthy. Like, she's been vegan 5.5 years with me too.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. I love knowing that people are raising vegan children.
My sister is vegan. She just had a vegan pregnancy, vegan baby, and then my nephew has been vegan since I think he was about 2.
Wow.
So yeah, we want to interview her too, actually, about her vegan pregnancy. But yeah, vegan kids, I'm like, yes.
Like, we need this. This is what we need. My best friend, she had a baby like a 1.5 years ago, also vegan. She's vegan. She had a vegan pregnancy and is raising her daughter vegan. I'm like, this is the best case scenario. And it's weird because we became vegan separately in different ways.
Yeah.
Like, we learned about it different ways and somehow both came to that. And so that's been just a really happy coincidence that, like, my best friend is also vegan, because otherwise it'd be like, well...
Yeah. Who did it first?
Yeah.
So when we were kind of, like, right out of high school, she became vegetarian, because she was similar as my partner, like, just didn't really enjoy eating corpse, which is very smart.
Yeah.
Valid.
And so she was vegetarian for a while, and then a really awful thing is, like, her and I moved, this is not the awful part, but we moved to New Zealand together to go to school for a couple of years.
Fun.
And I was not vegan or vegetarian, and I, like, convinced her to, like, stop being vegetarian and go back. I know! Horrifying.
This is why you have a page.
Horrifying. It's redemption. I need to help. And so...
No, I have situations like that when I was vegetarian, too, so I get
just
it.
like, oh my gosh. So then we were both not vegan, and then at some point, she circled back, and I don't know if she became vegetarian again, or just, like, plant-based, but I think she might have become plant-based at some point after I had become vegan, and then she was just calling herself plant-based because it wasn't vegan, which was... I loved that. I was like, oh, good. She knows there's a difference. And then her plant-based turned to vegan, and now it's, like, solely for the animals. So it's not just about diet anymore, which is really cool.
I think it starts that way for a lot of people because it's only, like, maybe once it's benefiting them, or once they know it's at least healthy, then they're able to open their hearts and connect to the animals a little bit more.
Well, it's hard because, like, we do have survival instincts. We want to make sure that we're going to be okay and we're not going to die after, you know, and especially, like with me, with having a kid, it's like, I can't feed this to my kid, like, you know, this diet, if it's not going to be healthy for them, like, that's child negligence or whatever.
Right.
But then you learn, like, oh, actually, this is an even healthier way for them to eat. It doesn't hurt animals. We have that in us instinctually. Like, all kids are like, I don't want to hurt animals, you know, they're just conditioned into it. And then it's healthier for the planet, which we're leaving the planet for our kids. It's like, oh, it's actually the best way to feed our kids, which is so cool. But yeah, that's a hard thing, is like, people want to make sure that eating plant-based is going to be, like, sustainable for them. And so we're taught so much misinformation. They're like, I need my milk and meat and eggs and whatever, but we actually don't.
Yeah, which is such an amazing thing to learn.
Yeah, I should encourage people to try just being plant-based. Even if you're not ready to be vegan, try going plant-based while you learn about the vegan message. So that way your heart can be a little more open to it, because you can't empathize with an animal while you just ate them for lunch. Like, not that you can't, it's going to be harder.
Yeah, and especially, like, for a lot of people, it is an overnight thing. They see footage of horrible things happening to animals, and they're immediately vegan. But for me, it took my brain quite a few months to, like, understand what it was about, what I was doing, and I wasn't just like, oh, I'm just going to emulate some cool people at work and, like, eat the way they eat, but that's how it started. Yeah. And so I always get excited when, like, a coworker says, like, oh, I, like, made a vegan meal for lunch or whatever. Like, I'm like, that's great. That's, like, where it can start. And
Right.
then you need to understand why you're doing that, or you
Mhm.
know. But if it, you know, if you do start plant-based, then at least that is something. Like
Yeah.
that's something.
And how you respond to those people matters too, because if you're just
Mhm.
like, oh, that's not good enough, you're still not vegan, or like even if you just have that
Yeah.
tone or that approach, like even if you have to fake it a little bit, be like, okay, that's so awesome that you did eat an
Yes.
animal for dinner last night, like, because it is awesome the fact that they're thinking about that.
Mhm.
And then
And
telling
for
you.
me, yeah, when I've had conversations with people and then they're like, okay, like, and then they go and try to get something vegan for lunch, or like,
Yeah.
even though they don't remember it the next day, it's like, okay, you know?
Yeah, like I had a coworker just text me the other day on her day off and was like, texted me a picture of a curry, like a vegan curry she made, and she's like, look, I hope you're proud of me. I was like, I am, but the animals actually are more proud.
Yes.
Like, because it's not about me and what I care about. Like, this is not about me at all.
Right.
It's like about them. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's great. I'm glad that you think it makes me
Yeah.
happy, which it does.
Yeah.
It does, but it's fully for the
Yeah.
animals. Because if it wasn't, I would eat whatever. I've always been a foodie. Like,
Yeah.
if this wasn't about the animals, I would buy whatever products, eat whatever, like,
Yeah.
but it is about them. So it's like, I'm focused on that. That's how I
Yes.
stick to it. Like-
Sometimes I'll say, like, when people have said that to me, sometimes I'll think about that and be like, oh, like, me and the animals, thank you.
yeah, exactly.
Because I want them to think about, like, who it's about. Because I've had people,
Yes.
like, at work. I remember I had a coworker. She was asking me a bunch of questions about veganism until I think we hit a point where it was, like, too much for her or something. But, like, I remember she asked me, like, before we hit that point, she was eating, like, goldfish crackers, and she's like, does it bother you? Like, or, like, are you okay that I'm, like, eating goldfish crackers in front of you? And I was like, give me a minute to think about this. Because, like, yes, it pisses me off, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that, though. Like, you know, that's my first thought. But I'm like, well, okay. I'm like, why does it piss me off? I had to, like, be mature, respond, like, yes, she's asking me a question, but we're at work, and also I want her to have a good relationship with veganism. And so that's something I've learned over, like, my years of doing activism is, like, you know, you want to have those right kind of conversations where people have, like, a good experience with it. And so, like, you know, I was like, okay. I was like, well, okay. I was like, it hurts my feelings just because I'm like, you see, like, goldfish crackers the same way that I did when I used to eat them. I'm like, oh, they're this yummy, like, crunchy, salty, savory snack. I miss them as a vegan, even though I'd never eat them
like,
again.
when are they gonna, I think I've emailed them, but like, where's
Dude,
our
I
vegan
need vegan
goldfish?
goldfish crackers.
I
Anyway.
found close to vegan Cheez-Its though recently,
Yeah.
and I've been pretty happy with those.
Yeah, oh, those
What
are
are they
so
called?
good.
The
I
ones
don't
got-
remember.
I got them at Sprouts.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just
No,
type
they're
in
so
like
good.
vegan like cheese snack or something, it'll probably come up.
Yeah, they're like little
Yay.
squares.
So
Yeah, no, they're so good. She got them and I was like, oh
You're
my
like,
god.
actually.
This is nostalgic enough for me. But yeah, anyway. So, like, you know, I'm like, that's something that, like, I miss. And, like, you know, but I'm like, when I see goldfish crackers, I don't see a savory, yummy snack anymore. I see a baby cow being kidnapped from their mom and crying and her being milked forcibly, and then, you know, how she got pregnant forcibly in the first place. Like, I see the whole process that causes, like, I just think about where does the food come from, and I've, you know, exposed myself to enough videos, I've exposed myself to the truth, and it's like, you always want to know, like, where your food and stuff is coming from, and so it's like, okay, like, the salt comes from the earth, okay, that's fine, the wheat comes from the earth, okay, that's fine, the cheese comes from artificially, forcibly raping a cow, forcing her to be pregnant for 9 months, kidnapping her baby the second the baby's born. They both experience high stress, crying. They both cry. Like, there's video proof. Like, these animals cry, and they will search for them if they're able to move. And then they're milked, and then if they get an infection, it's flame torch. It's like,
It's like the
that is
worst
such
thing
a
possible.
complicated process. Like, I don't want to eat that. But then there's like, oh, okay, so like, if I want a plant-based, like, cheesy cracker, I'm like, okay, so like, how is this cheese made? Let's say it's almond milk. Okay, so like, they soaked almonds in some water, and then they strained it to, like, make the milk, and then you mix, like, some nooch in there, and then, like, wheat or, like, rice flour or something, and then like that,
Yeah.
like the simplicity of it.
Yeah, like one is like a horror movie is happening for a goldfish cracker, and the other is like,
And we're feeding that to
Okay.
our kids.
Yeah.
No, we can't feed that to children.
so bad, insane.
It's just our perspective is so different. So to someone else hearing like you're uncomfortable around a goldfish cracker, they're just like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
you know, we have to understand reality and understand that our reality is true, but also meet people where they're at. And so I try to not make people uncomfortable eating their food around me just because I don't want to feel uncomfortable eating my food around them.
That's fair, yeah.
And I don't consider all of their food as food, but at the same time, we're not convincing anyone by making them feel isolated or judged. We really just have to,
Right, yeah.
like I said, just meet people where they're at and try to be understanding that you used to feel the same way and have the same perspective
and we don't want to watch them eat dead animals.
No.
We don't want to watch that, but it's like that's what's happening, because we can take the approach where like we just say no, we're not going to be around you while you're doing that, but like I can't escape it at work. I can't escape it if I go to a restaurant that serves some vegan options, everyone around me is not eating vegan, and it's just like maybe for some people that's right and that's their approach, but for me it's like that's not my reality type of thing. Recently some of my coworkers and we went out to eat together, and one of my coworkers was like eating a salad, and he said like, oh, this would actually taste better if there was like pork on it, because I think it was like a vegetarian salad. And in the moment I was feeling brave, I guess, and I was like oh, it would taste better with a dead pig on it. And he was just like, and it is stuck with him though, because like I said it in a lighthearted manner, but like no, like you're hearing what you're saying, right? Like
no one's ever said that to him.
No. Well, and the thing is like it's so easy to erase the animal when we erase what they're called. Like, to say pork, that's like a food word.
Yeah.
But then
like, a leaf or like just a thing.
Euphemism.
Yeah. But then when you're like, pork equals dead pig, and they're like, whoa, like I have a friend who always tells me that I talk so crazy as a vegan now, like, because he knew me before I was vegan, and now, like, he's like, you talk so crazy now, and I'm like, I talk so crazy, what do you mean? He's like, well, you're always calling, like, meat dead flesh, and I'm like, well, that's what it is.
Right, you're calling it something else. I'm always calling it what it actually is.
I'm just being
you're
honest.
calling it bacon and burgers and nuggets, because you don't want to call it what it actually is.
Yeah, it doesn't sound appetizing. I'm gonna go eat, like, a dead cow right now. That's like crazy.
Ew,
but that's what people are doing, and just using a safe word so you don't even have to think about it.
A safe word. Sorry, that sounded funny.
I'm sorry.
No, it was good.
Like, and it just like gets you to like, because I mean that's what tricked me for so long. Like I knew deep down that a chicken was a chicken or pork was a pig. Like I knew that, but you didn't actually have to think about it day to day. Like, so you could get by with never thinking about like I'm sitting here eating dead animals. Like you never had to think about it. And now it's like I do think about it, and that is the literal reason why I became vegan, because one person called it by its real name. Like someone said, you eat an animal, and it's like, oh my god, no. Like,
I shouldn't.
I'm not gonna do that.
I think saying that is like, it's powerful more than we realize, because I said that to one of my coworkers recently. I didn't ask him if he does, but I told him I don't eat animals. And he started freaking out. Like, it was the craziest reaction. I came home, I was telling Kylie about it. I'm like, I don't think anyone's ever, like, freaked out so bad when I told him I was vegan. Like, he was, like, screaming in the break room.
His brain's like, I'm not computing what you're saying. Animal? None of us are eating animals.
He's like, what do you mean? And then he started freaking out about how, like, I can't eat chicken nuggets. So he wasn't freaking out at first. freaking out a little bit, but he wasn't like standing out of his seat, voice raised yet.
Yet.
I told him that I still eat chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
and he's like, "No, you don't." And I was like, "Yes, I do. They're vegan chicken nuggets." And he's like, "That's not a thing." And I was like, "Yes, it is." And he's like, "Why would you," this is what he gets at, he's like, "Why would you eat something and call it something else instead of just eating what it actually is?" And I said, because it's who they are,
Yeah.
and it's what they go through that you have to consider as well. And it turned into a very rage-filled conversation.
Oh, no.
There were people watching in the break room, and I'm like, I wasn't trying to get into an argument on my break.
You're like, what?
I was trying to eat my plums. He said they looked gross, and it just started this whole conversation.
Plum hater. What the heck?
Who would even think plums looked gross? Like, what even?
He's like, "I don't like plums." So I was like, okay.
Cool.
Good for
Awesome.
you.
And I still tried to have a conversation, and it went like that.
Wow.
But yeah, I think just calling it what it is and just calling it animals, it freaks people out.
It does. Yeah. Yeah, because they have to be, like, actually confronted with reality when usually you don't have to, like, think about it. And I think that's what happens online, is, like, we're confronting people with reality that they were not ready for.
Mm-hmm.
But they're seeing because they're commenting on other vegan posts, so then their algorithms more vegan, so then they're constantly like, why?
They don't realize.
Like, come on, this is what happens.
You're telling Facebook and Instagram, "Oh, hey, I'm commenting on this. Show me more."
Yes, show me
I love
more.
vegans.
You're
I
gonna
love
keep seeing
vegans.
this.
You say you hate vegans, but your actions say otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
That's why your haters are so funny to me, because they're like so loyal. Like, some of your haters follow you, don't they? Like,
Yeah, I think some of them do. Like, some of the ones
they want to
that,
see your
yeah,
posts.
they're like, okay, now I can say
You can't
something
miss
else
one.
again. It's like,
Haha, let's see what that vegan posted today.
no.
The only reason I say that is because they're like repeat, like they're
Yes.
like loyal, like they're
Yes.
I
There's-
recognize their
So, yeah, a lot of
usernames.
them,
I'm
they're
like,
just, they keep coming back, and I'm like, and I think some of them, like, actually are, like, actual followers. They
Yeah.
do follow, and then some of them are just commenting so much on my content that it just keeps popping up in their algorithm, and they're like, "Oh, she's back." Like, it's like, yeah, I am.
You're telling me to come back.
You're telling me to. I'm gonna keep appearing.
I'm just
until you go
posting.
vegan, and then you'll love me. So
Yeah, and then I will make so much more sense to you. Now I just seem crazy, but like, I'm really not, I promise.
if you seemed completely crazy, they wouldn't even want to debate with you.
Yeah, yeah, that could be valid too.
because you're saying something that makes sense, at least in some part of their
In
brain.
some
It's
way.
pissing them off. So you're doing a good job of that.
Thank you, thank you.
Are you ever gonna just change your channel to like something that doesn't piss people off? Like I don't know. I had someone commented on when I was doing my vegan Instagram. She's like, "Why don't you just post about the food that you eat and some
Right.
recipes and like cute animal videos?" So like, why don't you do that?
Yeah.
Well, I like how you have like a different array of stuff that you
I
post.
do.
but-
Yeah, so some of it is like I've been trying to kind of go like through a type of a pattern to make things semi-consistent, but sometimes it's not always. Like I would do maybe some type of meme and then like a food, like a video of some food I ate with like one of those messages on it that is just something like logical and factual, but it makes everyone mad even though it's like just straightforward. But I'm also showing like good food.
Yeah.
Or some of it is like maybe it's a picture of me with like a caption on it as well. But I think like maybe at some point it would change, but it's honestly goes off of just like how I'm feeling that day. Like, am I feeling extra feisty? Then my post will probably be that way. Am I feeling like, oh, I just want to share this cute picture of me with a Indian dish? Then I'll do that. But I kind of been trying to make it a little like consistent. I don't know. I honestly like, I'm finding it just like so fun and rewarding to just like speak freely, because like we were talking about earlier, it's hard to at work. Like people don't handle it well, and you're just trying to get through your work day and like, you know, work's hard enough, and with your family it's hard, and you don't want to like go visit family and then it just turns into a fight.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the places that I am able to just like be myself is at home with my partner because he's vegan. So we just speak candidly. We speak more candidly at home than we do on Instagram because Instagram does have rules too. Like I can't fully say everything, but it lets me get away with like quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is I just like, I need an outlet. And that is my outlet to like just say what I feel in a way and just like, all right, I don't care if it pisses anyone off. Like, it's going to, but at least right now I'm able to just say however I feel and like keep people off of it who I don't want to see the content, but it's reaching the people I do want to see it. Like, it is reaching the anti-vegans, and that's who the content is for.
Yeah.
Even if it's pissing them off, they're like gonna just keep seeing it until like I said, they're vegan or I die. Like one of those is gonna happen.
Like, you know, trolls are almost your niche. Like
they seem to be, and it
good with
didn't.
them.
I didn't think that would ever be the case, and for some reason they find my content or my content finds them, and I have no idea. I always hope like, oh, I hope other vegans find me too who want to like follow me. And sometimes it happens. There's been a little traction recently of like, oh, my follower count is actually going up. Other vegans have followed me. But it's really stayed low just because like it's the interactions are like people who hate it. So they're not following. They're just like, we hate you. And we're going to hate you tomorrow. And it's like, all right, well, at least you're seeing it. Like, I guess.
You know what?
That's
I know
for.
that someone in our group found our group, our local vegan group, because of you. And I think that's so awesome. And when I, like, even if, like, let's say you haven't helped anyone go vegan, I think that creating an online community for vegans to show them, like, hey, I'm here too, even if we're, like, across the country or across the world from each other.
Totally.
I think that's important. And I also think that you're showing vegans that they can be outspoken and have an outlet and whatever, too.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of vegans will be, like, quiet and not feel comfortable to speak up or say anything because we get so much hate that it's like, oh my gosh, I just, you know, like, I need to just, like, be quiet and keep to myself. But, like, you know, your page is showing people that, like, we're allowed to speak up for animals. We can say these things.
Yeah, because, like, I go throughout my, like, daily life, like, in real life, just, like, a pretty normal person. Yeah. And then online, I'm like, I don't have to be normal. I can, like, actually say how I feel about all of it, and it feels really good. And I have been making like authentic connections with other vegans in places I would like never meet them, like friends that are in different countries, and we like are chatting or just in different states, and like they're consistently like talking to me in my DMs, and it's like I'm making real vegan friends. They're just like digital right now, but like they're around the globe, and they're like interacting, and they're having fun with my content, and they love it. And I'm like, so this is great. It's like it's a safe place for vegans, and it's not a safe place for the trolls. Like, it's not safe for them.
Well, you share a lot of facts and information, and I'm honestly honestly, I bet there's people that see your post and they just don't comment, or they quietly like or whatever. They're reading the facts, they're seeing the comments, like you were saying, like, oh, she's making a lot of sense, and the person that she's arguing with is not making sense. Like, this isn't logical, this doesn't make sense. Like,
and it's interesting because I think there is probably, well, I do know I have also like pissed off like a lot of vegans too. I see that also in my follower count. Like, my follower count will go up and equally down. So as many followers as I'm getting, I'm losing, like, week to week, which is actually kind of insane to me. I'm like, I wonder how many I've lost actually in the past, like, 8 years. It's got to be thousands, like, actual thousands, which just blows my mind. But, like, I am, like, my content is not for everyone, and not all vegans are the same. We all have, like, different ideas politically, religiously, just like all the things. And so I'm just like, well, this is the place where I can be authentic and speak up for the animals. Not every vegan has to like that. Like,
no,
like,
and that's what I think is
fine.
so cool is that like there's not one type of vegan. Vegans come from all walks of life, and I think that's so awesome. And we can come together on that one thing, and then be able to just like vibe anyway.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like at least like our moral baseline is the same.
Yeah.
Like we have that understanding, and then from there, because like, yeah, even making friends is hard. Just in general, just like. Friends as an adult is hard, and then friends as a vegan adult is harder. It's
but
like
then it's like, hey, you're vegan? All right, we're friends now.
Yeah, it's like, okay, at least we can start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, the vegan community is so awesome, both in person and online.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of vegan friends online too, and
It's so great.
Yeah, it's so cool. Even though we're small, it's like remember that there's a lot of other vegans out there, and so it's fun to do stuff like this.
It's so fun.
What's something that you think people wouldn't expect about you just from seeing your social media page?
Ooh, something that people wouldn't expect.
Hey, you say you're this normal person.
I'm just so I think maybe that is something. Like, I've had weird comments of people just being like, oh, and this one doesn't make any sense, but it's just like, oh, she's really rich and her husband takes care of her and pays for everything. I'm like, none of that is true. Where are you even getting that from? Like, that is not, I think just the fact that, like, I'm vegan, I'm just a very average American person. Like, I make a very average wage. I live in a pretty ghetto part of town. There's not much ghetto in Utah, but
as ghetto as St.
As ghetto as it can get. It's just like, no, I don't have a fancy life. I just have a really regular life. I work full time. I part-time dog sit. I'm pretty chill. Just work, go home, live a simple life. And I'm vegan. And that's kind of it. And I just use social media as my outlet. And so I think that's just maybe a surprising thing. Like, people will say, like, vegan's your whole personality, and I'm like, it's actually not. I don't even know how vegan can be your personality. Like, it can't be. But like, there's some people, this couple I just dog sat for, they've been in my life for like 3 years now because they are involved with my work. Mm-hmm. And I know them as acquaintances, but enough for them to ask me to dog sit and chat and everything. And when I got to their home, they left me, like, all their instructions for their dog and also a list of all the food I could have in their house. And none of it was vegan. And so I was like, they don't even know I'm vegan. And so I think that's another thing is, like, people who are close to me and interact with me every day in real life, they'll know because it comes up based on food or just based on, whatever. Mm-hmm. But people who I do know, but we're not super close, like, they don't know. Like, how people say, oh, how do you know someone's vegan? They're going to tell you. I'm like, actually, most people I interact with, like, they won't know unless we're, like, close like that. Like, it's just, it's only going to come up if I'm offered food that isn't vegan. I don't just kind of, like, meet someone and say, so guess what, everyone, I am vegan. Maybe I should, but it's just like it doesn't come natural. It comes up organically, then it does, but otherwise it's just like,
my pronouns are vegan.
It's just like, that's what
other people love introducing me as vegan. Like, have you ever had a friend or like a coworker introduce you to someone else, be like, hey, this is Haley, she's vegan. I'm just like, no wonder people think that that's our whole personality. It's like, that's how I'm getting introduced.
Yeah, or like how my mom, we go to restaurants and she tells the server first, and I'm like, okay, like that's great, but it does make you feel
now
like
they're gonna hate me.
Yeah,
like, they're gonna spit in my food. I was just gonna ask for 5 substitutions and not use the word vegan, but
right. Or say it's an allergy.
My mom, she did the cutest thing one time though. So do you guys know? Gosh, I don't want to butcher her name, but I think her name is Tamara, and she started Solely Vegan in Oakland, and she is like the only vegan who's beat Bobby Flay on his show.
That sounds
I don't know if you've heard of her, but her food is so good, and I was so excited to go eat at her restaurant, and my mom and I went, and then my mom like flagged her down to like take a picture with me, which was the nicest thing ever. Aww. But I was also like,
Embarrassed.
Mom, she's trying to cook right now. Like, but it's just like those things where it's like, yeah, other people are gonna push your vegan further, like in public, then you're like, I was just trying to have a quiet day. Like,
Yeah, sometimes I don't
like,
want to confront it or
this
talk
is
about it.
fine.
I hate that it's so controversial. I do enjoy talking about it, but
Yeah.
I don't enjoy arguing with people on a daily basis, even though they think that's what I enjoy, apparently.
Right.
They're like, oh, you're vegan, you like arguing.
Yeah, like I hope, and I don't know if in my lifetime this will happen, but I hope one day I'm not making vegan content. I make it because I have to. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I'm like talking about this because I have to. I know, like you were saying, some vegans don't, do activism. They don't talk about it. But like for me, I just like have to. I would like explode if I didn't. But it's not something I want to be making content about. Like, it's so dark and like a depressing thing to talk about. And it's like, no, I actually kind of would rather my Instagram be about something completely different. Because like vegan isn't just all of who I am, but it's like what I feel is the most important to talk about online. Like, it just is. I'm not like, I could talk about makeup or whatever, but I'm not really passionate about anything else right now. It's like, this is it. This is what everyone needs to know and do, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
Can we
move
please
on.
move on?
Like, yeah. So I think maybe one of the surprising things is like, I don't just talk about veganism 24/7 out in the world, but that is what I've structured online to be.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The message can spread so far online, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, it can.
You said you had a lot of people unfollow you, and I know you transitioned your personal page into your activism page.
Yeah.
Have any of your relationships been affected by you doing vegan activism, or can you explain that at all?
I think so. I think just some of the like little issues that has come up with family members where like when I was really like the wildfire in the beginning of being vegan and just coming at my mom with different facts and then just like being met with resistance, it caused like a rift for a while. And just kind of learning like how to navigate all of those things. And then, removing people off of Instagram kind of came to be the smartest thing for me and like my family. And then also, it has affected relationships. And I think like now it is harder to be closer to friends who are not vegan. But now like my best friend and my partner, we're all vegan. So then that feels like really like empowering. Like at least we've got each other.
Yeah.
But it totally does affect it. It used to just be easy to like be friends with anyone and everyone. And you could have like deep relationships with anybody. But now it's like, that it kind of just stays surface now. Like if they're not vegan, like maybe we can talk about some other deep aspects of life, but if you don't share a moral baseline, then there's not really a way to get super
you hit
deep.
Either like a filter or where you're gonna argue with them or worry about it, and so it's like you don't want to deal with that with a friend or something every single day.
No, it's just like, okay, we're gonna go out to eat, I'm gonna keep watching you eat a dead animal, like maybe I can like pretend it's not that, but even our conversations, they're just not gonna like
you're like sitting there
like
they start feeling like they need a filter themselves.
You
start feeling like you need a filter themselves. They think that you're judging them.
Which
you
I
think
am.
That you are.
It's hard not to.
And so then you like literally just can't get deep because there's too much like that's actually like happening under the surface.
Right.
Like
that's how it was when I was first vegan and I wasn't very outspoken. I felt like it was easy to be friends with whoever. A lot of my friends didn't even know I was vegan. Like till we go out to eat, maybe it would come up, or they would just think I'm just like eating fries. Like honestly, I might not even mention it. Like she's picky. All she eats is fries or like sides. I don't know. But,
modified kids meal eating girl.
Right. Girl dinner. But eventually, and dating too. Like I could date whoever, and like it was never an issue. Like they'd find out I'm vegan, they're just like, "Oh, that's cool. Like that's cute. Whatever. Like
cute.
She's quirky." But then it started getting where it wasn't quirky. It was like intense because I would start, sharing my thoughts, my beliefs unfiltered, and I guess pushing it on people, which I never felt like I was, but people would ask me questions, and then I would answer the questions. They'd be like, I don't want to debate you, like, I don't want to argue. I'm like,
right, no.
Why did you ask me a question then?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just answering your question. You asked me why I'm vegan. I told you this, and that is cruel, and now you're trying to justify it, and now you're saying that my veganism caused us to argue. It's like,
it's like, no.
You can't handle the truth. You can't handle facts, and, like, I don't want to be with someone who can't handle the truth or align their actions with their morals.
Right. Yeah, it's like I've been really lucky that, like, my partner turned me vegan, and then we've been together ever since then. Like, he waited until I became vegetarian before he even dated me, and I didn't know that was what he was like. I'm not even going to ask her out until that is happening, that he was seeing I was actually on the path towards that. But, so I've never been in the dating world as a vegan, but, like, I would only, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's just like, now I couldn't date a non-vegan. Like, that would be the criteria. Like, you have to at least be vegan. Like, otherwise just no. Like, I can't even.
Same. Do you know any single vegan
online? I do.
I know, yeah.
Are they willing to move?
Or move you?
If you could go back and talk to your younger self before you started doing activism, what would you say?
Ooh, like when I was vegan and not doing activism, or like pre-vegan? Because I think I started doing like online activism like immediately.
However you feel called to answer. Maybe like advice, like anything you would have done differently, or just told yourself going into it to kind of like prepare yourself.
Yeah, I think I would have prepared myself in a way that I think maybe from the very beginning I would have removed family and certain people that just shouldn't have been seeing that content, because I think a lot of people got genuinely hurt from hearing what I had to say, even though they are not the victims. Like, they are not the victims, the animals are, and nothing I was saying was wrong. But I think they are just not ready for it still. So I think I would have started off by like maybe just making a different page that was just vegan and didn't even include other family members. That would have been a big one. I think consistency is really important in doing outreach online and activism online. And also just good lighting is so important as like just a subtle thing, where it's like I went through so many weird posts where I'm like, why did I even post that? Like, I'm in the dark. Like, that's weird. I think just kind of like trying to elevate certain content in a way that was like straightforward, had a presence to it. And I had no idea that I was going to ever become vegan and ever become like a passionate online activist. And it's been a really exciting and fun thing to do and a hard thing to do. But just like how much I've learned from posting and how to interact with people online, and just like being really real with my words, like how we've been talking about, just like using the accurate words, being really straightforward about things. If people are going to say crazy things to me, I'm going to tell them why those crazy things are crazy and they're not real and they're not accurate. And it's just been a weird thing to have happened in my life. But I think an interesting part of it is like I grew up conservative Christian, and so there was always a part of me that like had to speak up for things that a lot of people didn't understand. Like when I grew up that way, just like, oh, you have to learn how to like preach and convert people and blah, 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 blah. So like there's always a part of me that looked crazy to others. And so then like I left Christianity at this like kind of the same time I became vegan. And so I think it just kind of like morphed. Like I was already saying a lot of things that people didn't agree with, and then it just transformed into a new thing. And so I think I was used to already like people looking at me a strange way. And so it didn't affect me too much. It was like, oh, okay, she's already has those weird thoughts. Because coming from the Bay Area, not everyone is like of the same religion.
Yeah.
Or of even a religious background. So it was already just like this is her thoughts on things. She believes crazy stuff. And I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're just used to standing out and being different.
Used to speaking up for like what I believe in and just feeling like confident in my beliefs. And yeah. And now, in my personal opinion, my beliefs are rooted in reality.
Right.
Like, I'm speaking up for something I can like factually show people the data.
Yeah.
And I can literally take them to a farm or a slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Or just like the whole point is like we don't want to use animals.
Yeah.
You cannot even humanely use an animal. Like even from your uncle's farm, you're still using the animal. Like could have given him the nicest life. But you're still using his body. It's crazy. Yeah.
And then your page, I wanted to ask you about this because it's called Vegan of Anarchy.
Yeah.
How do you feel like anarchy and veganism overlap, or is there an overlap there?
I think there is a huge overlap. So veganism is solely about the animals. It's about not using animals, not exploiting them, oppressing them, harming them in any way, letting them live their lives. We have no right to take anything from them or use them because they are not consenting of it. We have pets because pets unfortunately exist because we've done this. We have bred them. We have put them in conditions they can't survive in. We've got shelters full of them. That is the only reason I have a dog, is because I rescued a dog from a shelter. But once dogs and cats do not exist in shelters anymore, like I'm not going to have a pet anymore. And that is also a hard thing to like think about. Like dogs are awesome. Cats are awesome. But they're not supposed to live in our homes.
Yeah.
And that sucks because we love them and they're the best. But it's like, no, you're meant to be out free with the other animals.
Yeah.
And for anarchy, I realized around the same time I was becoming vegan. Bless you.
Thank you.
Is that growing up, I grew up like conservative Christian. But I never registered to vote. I didn't understand what was going on. People like, high school encouraged you, register, go vote. And I was just like, I don't feel like I'm equipped enough to vote. I don't know what I'm voting for. And people would be like, well, just read this little pamphlet. I'm like, something's not right. Like something like
biased.
Yeah, like something inside.
Want us uneducated about it. Yeah.
Like something inside does not feel right. I don't want to vote. I don't want to be making those really big decisions. Like, I don't think I should be. And I didn't understand what those feelings were until I think I used the word anarchy in front of my partner and like the way that meant like chaos. Like if we did this, it would be anarchy, like as a joke, not even about like government stuff. And he was like, well, anarchy actually means blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, no, I didn't know what that meant. And then like light bulb moment happened, was like, oh my gosh, that's these feelings I've always had. Like, I don't want a government. I don't want a ruler. I don't want to make decisions for other people. I don't want like someone else to be harmed because I just don't like the way they're living their life. And so for me, it meshes together because like veganism encompasses the non-human animals and then anarchy encompasses the humans. Like, I don't want to use a human. I don't want to ask someone else to use a human or to harm a human. I just want like everyone to live the life they want to live as long as they're not taking someone else's freedoms away. Like, you do whatever you want, just don't harm anybody else and don't have anyone else harmed. Don't, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how it like meshes for me, is like, I just want freedom for everybody.
I think that a common misconception about anarchy is that it is just chaos and lack of rules, but I think it would be more aligned with the fact that, like, you know, we can have communities where we work together and the people that are in that community agree and work together and, you know, have more of a village mindset than like, oh, one person rules the whole country. Like, it's not a reasonable system, I agree.
No, I don't think it is. I just like, yeah, let's just all do our own thing, not lock each other up about it, not shoot each other.
Like, just like, send you out the village if we don't agree with you.
Yeah. Like, I heard a really good quote of like, my freedom ends where yours begins. Like, I'm as free until it comes to you and an animal. Like, I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm not going to do anything to this animal.
I like that.
Like, and then but then you are, if like someone did infringe on your freedom, you're allowed to defend yourself and protect your family and the things that you feel like are what you own. Like, yeah, you protect yourself and don't allow someone to hurt you either. So it's not just about like, oh, if anarchy happened, everyone would harm everyone. It's like, no, actually, most people don't want to harm other people. Most of us just want to live in harmony. And like, if the small minority wants to hurt others, like, yeah, they're not welcome in it. They're not a part of that society.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how I mesh them. I do talk about veganism more on my page, but occasionally I'll throw in like my anarchist thoughts too.
Yeah. I like that you see the best in people, because I think so many of us have this mindset that everyone out there is out to hurt people, and if we didn't have these set structures, then everyone would just start hurting each other.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, that's not the reality. Like, yes, there's war and violence throughout all of history, but you're right, most people don't actually want to hurt other people.
Yeah, I just
trying
like
to do their best.
I can't imagine that would be the case. Like, I can't imagine if like there was suddenly no laws that people would just want to start like murdering and stealing from each other. Like, maybe there is like a small group of people that would do, for sure there is, but it's like right now, I just can't imagine. From everybody that I meet, I'm like, there's no way a law is holding you back from harming me right now. Like,
right.
It's like we're just at the grocery store and you want to tell me like, oh, the law says I can't hurt you, but if there wasn't there, I would hurt you right now. I'm like, no, you wouldn't.
Majority of people, if the law like was the only thing holding them back, just piss them off enough, they're gonna do it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's where my name came from.
Thanks for explaining that.
Yeah.
And I just have a couple more questions before we end off. Do you have a vegan celebrity crush? Or who do you think the most crushable vegan celebrity would be? Or they don't even have to be famous, I guess.
Just crushable vegan.
I know. This is a question that I have thought about. And it was, I think, the hardest question because I was like, do I have one? And
I have some that come and go. So
right,
at
like,
this moment, I don't even have one. But like when I thought of that question, I had some in mind. I'm like,
yeah,
where are they now?
know.
Billie Eilish, she's pretty awesome.
I think I get scared of like having a crush or just like any vegan celebrities. There's a tiny bit of scared
stop being
because
vegan?
like so many of them then go, oh, like Miley Cyrus or whatever, where they suddenly go, I wasn't, or like who we were talking about earlier, Russell Brand, just so that makes me angry. So sometimes I don't like to think about vegan celebrities, but I think like
they piss me off too.
It just comes down to like you are only crushable if you're vegan. That is just my thing. Like, I can't actually have an authentic crush on anyone unless they are vegan.
I have a little bit of a crush on everyone who's vegan.
Right. It's like, actually, you guys are all great. It's like that instantly is like, okay, and now you're attractive because you're vegan.
What's your sexual preference with vegan?
It's vegan. That's it. Like,
I had this guy who he had a crush on me once. He asked me to rate him. And like...
He asked me to rate him. And then I didn't have a crush.
He rated me. I never had a crush on him. For starters. Sorry if you're watching this, but he like rated me, and then he like told me I'd be a 10 or whatever, and then he's like, would I be a 10? And I was like, only if you're vegan. And he's like, what am I if I'm not vegan? I was like a 7.
Like a 7.
That's generous.
I was trying not to hurt his feelings, because I'm like, I've never been asked to like rate someone like that, except for maybe in like high school.
I was like, what is this?
I know.
Facebook in junior high. Like,
Yeah.
rate
Sometimes
me.
just to like piss my partner off, I'll tell him to rate me. I'm like, what would I actually be though? He's like, no. But I think my crushes stem from like obviously vegan, and then if they're funny. If like
Ooh.
the really funny ones, I'm like, then that's the one. Like, have to make me laugh is
We
so
gotta
important.
get through the dark world that we're living
We
in.
have to
laughing.
laugh. Yeah. I know. I even went through like a lot of like accounts today. I was like, do I have a crush on you? No, I have a crush on you. But I'm just like,
sorry to make you stressed with this
I was like, I'm so stressed out. Like, Sean, who? And then I was like, oh, well, it's obviously my partner is who I have the biggest crush on.
Well, yeah.
But
That's
How long
though.
have you been with your partner?
we've been together, so it'll be 8 years in April. So it was literally like right when I became vegetarian. Was like that's when we started dating
Cute.
and everything. So the crush, it does change after that many years. We're like besties now. It's like, which we were like such good friends in the beginning too, but now it's just like the safest space. It's like when you're both vegan and then you're like together that long. It's like,
And being besties, like
yeah, it's just like so easy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I don't think I've ever truly felt like besties with someone I'm with. I want to experience that.
yeah.
It sounds fun.
And I
You deserve
hadn't
it.
I hadn't experienced
Kylie.
that before either. It was like
Yeah.
before it was like, yeah, there was like some friendship, but it was mostly started off as relationship.
Yeah.
And he and I started off as co-workers that had like grew a friendship and then started dating, and that felt really nice.
Yeah.
Like that just was like, oh, this is right. And it feels like usually easy. Now that we're like almost at 8 years, there's more of that kind of like old couple bickering that feels like.
Yeah.
But like it's the easiest relationship I've ever been in. The other ones were just like a
Aw.
nightmare.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's very hopeful.
It is. Oh yeah, no.
As a
it's-
single vegan lady, I'm like, okay, there's hope.
No, there's hope.
the nightmare
There totally
situation
is.
over here. So
That's so terrible.
No, that's another part.
Oh, yeah.
That's another episode.
That'll be another 2 hours.
4 hours, honestly, just about my dating life. Probably get more views than the vegan content, to be
Right.
honest. People don't
Aw.
want to watch this.
Dang, I wish I had like a vegan crush, like actually for real, like a good celebrity.
I have,
I
like,
can be your vegan,
vegan
crush.
Yeah.
Vegan content creators like Humane Vision. I think
Oh
he's so
yes,
cute.
so cute. So
He's gonna
funny.
stay vegan, so
There's
we're good.
well, okay. There's one guy. I mean, it's no, he's a very attractive man. How do I say his last name? Tommy Jessen. Do you know?
Oh,
him?
I've seen him on. He just followed me on Instagram. It's so funny.
You're like, don't.
No, like just like a few days ago or like a week ago. That's why this is such
Whoa.
weird timing. I got this follow request and I went and looked at it and it was the
Whoa.
most like jacked like vegan dude ever. I was like,
He.
okay. And then he DM'd me like, hey, how long have you been vegan for? No, wait for it. I respond back. I'm all telling him like, I've been vegan for 9 years. I'll be vegan for life. And then he's just like, what are your fitness goals? Like trying to figure out like send me a fitness plan or give me a sign up for training, I guess. He's a personal trainer, but he is
No.
very
Love
good
that
looking.
for him.
Yeah, he's like.
I don't
Maybe
need
I
a
should
vegan-
try. Maybe I should DM him again. And be like, hey, by the way, are you single?
But actually, because don't think I've ever seen him post with a person. I don't post often with my partner, but like I
Yeah.
have not seen him post somebody. Oh, he's very handsome
Let me
man.
make sure it's the one I'm thinking of.
It probably is. I was going through who I followed. I was like,
No,
oh,
I get
oh,
follow
yeah.
requests sometimes about like, oh, they're like a vegan fitness coach, and I'm like, I'm not looking for a vegan fitness coach, but I'm glad that you're
I'm
doing what you
fine
do.
now.
Yeah.
Let me eat my cheeseburger, guy.
I'm not a fitness girly, but I do, I like staying fit. I like being active. I went roller skating yesterday. That was so much fun.
Fun.
I know. I'm addicted, actually. I went one time in, like, I haven't gone in, like, 10 years. Like, you know, I used to go in junior high. Now I'm going, like, I go one time again, and I didn't even know what the heck I was doing. I was like, dang, I thought I'd have muscle memory for this.
And it's just like...
I'm like, no, I'm going every day now.
Yes. Look at this guy.
Oof.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, yeah. He's a good one to have a crush on.
I love how, like, girly this episode is. This is gonna be so fun.
Like, that is a very handsome vegan man right there.
Yes. Get
That's the
it?
funniest time.
I
He
know,
literally
wait
just
a
followed me.
second.
Like, he was just trying to get a follow and a client.
Send
But
in this episode.
I should have been like, oh yeah, he told me I was beautiful.
No. Yeah, that would have been... What a flex.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What's the last question? Okay. What's your favorite guilty pleasure food?
Ooh. Guess you guys can't guess what it is.
Let's try. Wait, should I already know?
Yeah, it's a burger.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I'm
you
an
gotta
idiot.
make a short of all the times she says burger.
It's
Okay,
just,
that
you
was
just
your
going like
cheese.
cheeseburger, burger,
like,
cheeseburger.
like the time I
Cheesy
said
chips.
cheesy chips in the first episode.
Yeah, that is up there for sure, and that's why I want to go try a bunch of places that I haven't
Plant
tried yet. I
Plant
want to just
Power.
do like the burger circuit, but I also love Asian food like so
yeah.
much. Like I love Thai, Japanese, Chinese. Like those are probably that's my favorite food group.
Yeah.
Like Chef Kinney's in Vegas, I love.
I haven't tried that one
Oh.
yet, actually. So
So-
that's one I haven't tried.
And have you been to Daikon Sushi?
No, that's
I have
another
been
one.
there.
I
Yeah.
love them. I love Thylicious, which they're not a vegan restaurant, but they have like a whole vegan menu at their restaurant. That is probably one of the best Thai places I've been to. Yeah, Asian foods all around, but the guilty pleasure is just like a greasy.
You'll have to send me the name of
cheeseburger.
that Thai place. I love Thai food.
Yes. We can just do our road. We'll just keep going to Vegas.
I'm so down.
Road trips to eat. We can make our content.
No, I want you on the podcast more. Like, we need
Yes.
this.
It's a good dynamic. It's
We
fun.
could podcast on our way to Vegas. To
Yes!
get food.
That would actually be
A
so
car
fun.
pod. That would be
Okay.
because that would be a 2-hour drive. That would be perfect.
Oh yeah. True. Okay,
Let's
we're
get
gonna
it.
go to Vegas.
We're going to
Road
Vegas.
trip episode. We're gonna show you all the food we get with Vegan of Anarchy here.
Yay!
But it's been so awesome having you on the
Thank you.
show.
I
and
feel
we
so
just
honored.
really appreciate you coming on our show.
Thank you.
And is there anything you want to say to the audience to
Oh
leave
my
off?
gosh, go fucking vegan.
And where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Instagram, mostly just Vegan of Anarchy. TikTok, I'm trying to make that happen. We'll see. Same name, Vegan of Anarchy. Those are my 2 places.
Her page is hilarious. I love her page, so definitely go check it out. I'll link it below.
She
And
posts bomb-looking food. It'll make you
I love to
hungry,
eat.
too. So,
yep, and she's a snack herself with those mirror
yes.
selfies that you do.
I know, I'm like,
Something
ooh,
is
get it, girl.
So
Thanks, guys.
hit the bell so you can be notified when we post the Vegan of Anarchy again. And thank you so much.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks,
Hope you
guys.
like it.